All right, Brian, we're in Vegas. It's my first time. What are we doing here?
Virgin Vegas Jake. I can't believe you've never been here. I'm gonna show you so many things, but the best of all, we're gonna do some driving.
All right, see you in Vegas, Bri. Let's do it.
Welcome to Topgolf Vegas, Jake. I told you we're gonna do some driving.
Brian, when you said driving, I thought you meant driving cars. I'm quickly discovering that in Vegas, everything is over the top. Take this location at Topgolf. It's more like a nightclub than a driving range. A DJ, swimming pool, and bars. Now I'm really excited to see what Brian has lined up for us to drive this week.
Speaking of cars, what is your favorite car?
Lamborghini, of course. What's yours? Minivan?
You know, I'm practical. I do have a Toyota Sienna, but I've arranged two cars for us here in Vegas. A Lambo and a Ferrari. But there's a catch. We only have time to drive one of them.
Lamborghini, of course.
I say Ferrari. I propose we have a drive to see who drives.
A good old drive off. Let's do it, Brian.
Las Vegas receives 41 million visitors each year. Most leave with a lot less money, but still happy. Jake might not be one of these.
You won barely.
Well, you know, it doesn't just take muscles to hit it far.
Hey, let's do an arm wrestle, then we'll see who'll win.
You know what the cool thing is that this California is the best-selling Ferrari of all time.
Okay, so they've sold the most. Does that make it the best?
It's the best-selling.
Huh?
But you know, this isn't the first California that they've had.
What was the first?
Back in the early 60s, you remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Classic.
The 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California.
That 250 GT California, nowadays that's worth like over $10 million.
What's this in comparison?
This is like peanuts compared to that. You can pick one of these up for about 200 grand. But I love that part in the movie when the parking attendant, his eyes just glowed and he went and he just, I think he was catching air with that Ferrari. That was amazing.
Yeah, you actually gave me a new idea.
What's
now that
that?
you're driving the Ferrari, I'm gonna drive it when you go to sleep, and I'm gonna reverse kilometers like they did in that movie.
Sure.
Because
Well,
this is BS. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, you're driving like a grandma out here.
the only thing that sucks, like you said, we're not moving anywhere because this is the strip. I think we got to get out of town.
Let's open her up.
All right, let's go. About an hour out of Vegas is the Valley of Fire State Park. Primarily a hiking site, it also makes a great backdrop to have a closer look at our Ferrari California T. Now that we're out of the city, we can really appreciate this beautiful red California T. What do you think?
Well, Brian, it's a classic Italian design. You got the functional vents, the mean-looking headlights, sleek red design. I love it.
3-bar grille, all the curves and lines of a beautiful Ferrari, especially a topless one.
She's curvy, Bri, and she looks just as sexy with the top up.
In the back, classic Ferrari round tail lights, quad exhaust. Let's open up the trunk, which surprisingly has quite a bit of room.
It's embarrassing how much more room's in the back than there is in the back seats.
The back seats are kind of a joke.
Yeah.
You could barely put your hand in between them, but let's drive this thing.
Talking about these keys here?
Hand them over.
All right. For me, one of the standouts is the interior. I love the fact that it's so clean and uncluttered. The steering wheel has loads of buttons controlling everything from the ignition to the horn. This may be as close as I ever get to actually driving a California T. So, Bri, what's powering this baby?
Under the hood, a 3.9 liter twin turbo V8 engine.
Dang. And how big's the barn on this guy?
Well, you need a pretty big barn, 553 ponies under there,
Dang.
and 557 pound-feet of torque. But I'm gonna emphasize once again, seriously, when we have it on auto, we put it in comfort mode, you could drive across the country with this car. It is that comfortable, and it can be quiet, or take it off auto, you put it on sport mode, and you hit that exhaust button, and
It can be loud, dang.
it can be loud, but you don't have to. It's the ultimate everyday supercar.
Well, you took me to the middle of the desert where I thought we could open her up, I could open her up, and we're going 35 miles an hour.
You know, just be aware though, if you come here, you really cannot open it up, but it sure makes for some beautiful photos though.
Yeah, and definitely turn some heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And turning heads is what the Valley of Fire is all about, especially in a Ferrari California T. And now, the big question.
All right, Brian, you've driven it all day. What do you think?
I'm in love with this California T. This is my style of car. Would you buy this?
Well, I'd buy it if I got to drive it.
I have one last surprise for you. I got your Lambo for you. Enjoy. You can drive it all you want.
Thanks, Brian.
We definitely got a chance to open it up on our way back to Vegas. This machine can really fly when pushed. Oh, and one last thing. So are you happy now?
Oh, yeah.